boys and girls, it's Grumpy Vlogger Live.
Well, hello and welcome to the show, guys. I didn't do art show yesterday because I just wasn't feeling all that good. And you know something? I'm still not feeling that good, but the show must go on. So I'm going to bring Art in and then I'm going to go take a nap. He can run the show. So let me bring my good buddy, Mr. Art Carlson, the king of comedians. Well, in his own mind, anyways. All right, here we go. Hey, Art.
Hey. Are you feeling a little bit better today?
Yeah, just a tad, not much better. I was feeling rough yesterday. I was.
Boy.
My granddaughter had come over Saturday afternoon. Evening actually. She had to work Saturday morning, so she was going to come over and help me do some finals, cleaning, dusting, and stuff that really needs to be done that I hadn't done. Had a bunch of boxes. You know, we order everything online, just about any electronic items and stuff. So I had a ton of boxes in our living room. We never go into the living room. We just don't use it, except for holidays. So it gets cleaned, you know, two or three times a year. And you know, so anyway, she came over and worked late, and finally I said, you know, forget that last end table. I'll dust it tomorrow before I do art show and stuff. And it's like, you know, I got up the next day, and I mean, I had a bad night. I got up the next day. I just felt terrible yesterday, and you know, it's just I'm doing better today because I was able to get up and do a few things, but I'm still not 100%. But yeah, and the next gentleman that I'm going to bring on here, I owe him an apology. I insulted him. It was in jest, but I don't know that I actually insulted him. But because he's on so many live streams, and Friday night on Matt Norris, I couldn't help. I wrote up there, well, Dominic is a live stream slut, you know, because whores ask money. He does it for free, so. Let's bring in our live stream slut right now. How you doing, Dominic?
Yes, I agree with that comment.
I thought, oh God.
Offend me.
Yeah, well, I thought, oh God, I may have offended him, but no, and I didn't think I did, but you know, it was because you guys were talking about all the different live streams you're on, and it was before I got on Matt's show. Art, were you on Matt's show? Did you get on Matt's show?
No, I wasn't. I popped in a little bit. Yeah, that was Friday, yeah.
Yeah, well, I ended up, because I was slinging shit at poor Matt, and I was giving him crap, and so finally, he just sent me the link, so I had to get up, get dressed, come in here, and yeah.
He doesn't send me a link anymore.
Yeah. And
I wonder why.
Yeah. It's he doesn't send me a link very often because normally I don't, you know, Friday nights I kind of take off now that I'm not doing Greg's show. And speaking of Greg, talk to him. He's got the Rona again. Yeah, he's got the Rona for the first time
on his birthday too.
On his birthday too.
Oh,
yeah.
That sucks.
Happy friggin' birthday, Greg. Yeah, he called me up. I hadn't looked at my Facebook to see that it was his birthday, so he calls me up first thing and. Damn, Greg, you kind of look rough. He says, yeah, it's my birthday. So what'd you do, celebrate too hard? He says, no, I got Rona. It's like, oh, shit.
Oh, man.
He only has to go, the company that he works for, he only has to go in one day a week. He has to make an appearance on Wednesdays. Is when they have, well, he goes in there on Wednesday and he sits down, and somebody in the opposite cubicles over there snotting and sneezing and coughing and doing all that. And, you know, finally, you know, yeah, exactly, right? So, I want to kill that fucking dog. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Damn Chihuahua was standing barking at me through the wall. He's like, he can hear. Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, it is hard to offend Dom. I realize that. Hello. Chuck, how you doing? But, yeah, it was...
You're going to have to work pretty hard.
Well, you guys can sling the shit, man. I'm telling you, you guys are good. You guys are good, you know, and you take it well. But yeah, poor Greg. So he goes back in on Friday, and he's starting to cough. But he has sinus real bad sinus issues and
Yeah.
stuff. And he's used to that. And finally, somebody, not that they were hinting, but they just walked over and dropped a coronavirus test on his desk and then walked away. So he goes in, he takes it, and sure as shit, he was positive. So he's
It's got a line. I'm pregnant.
yeah, exactly, right. But yeah, it was hello, Lake Pilot. How you doing? Let me say hi to everybody in the chat before I
let's
get.
do that.
Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, Jody, Drone Shots, Dustin, One Visionarial, Artco, me, Don from Mudball Creative. Let's see, who else? Chuck, Covaction.
Covaction.
I can never say that right. You know, to me it's co-vacation, and I know that's not right. So I always screw it. Lake Pilot, how you doing? And there's Northside Hawk. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not a sheep shagger. Yeah. Okay. So you don't live in Kiwi land, do you?
Yep, shape shaggers.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I got up feeling a little better today. Went and did a couple of things I had to do, and thought I hadn't even scheduled the show. And I thought I need to sit down. What was that?
I was wondering if you were going to have a show tonight.
Because I didn't even schedule it until like 5:00, I think. And because I just wasn't feeling good, you know. I thought, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do it and see how it goes. So it may be a short show, but it'll be a show.
Hey, don't say short.
News item: you guys had a shooting in Colorado Springs.
Yes, we did down at an LGBTQ bar.
One of those.
Yes. Yeah, 5 people killed, 18 wounded. Got a call from my cousin because he'd heard this, and yeah, guys, everybody deserves to be able to go to a club and enjoy their lives, whatever it is. You know, that's just the way I see it. You know, and you guys know I'm a gun advocate. I carry a gun when I go out, but I cannot abide stuff like that. But I thought the funniest thing I've heard, and the most ironic thing is, one, the guy who did it is in custody. He's currently recovering in the hospital because he was taken down by the patrons of said club. And he got there was apparently a army.
And what was he using? He was using a long gun.
Long gun.
A rifle.
A rifle, yeah.
It's not a pistol.
Yeah, a long gun. Yeah, which, you know, that's but you know, what was ironic about that is one of the guys there at that club was a military veteran. He tackled him, took his gun away from him, and then commenced to beating the guy with his own gun.
Yeah.
And just to make it better, one of the drag queens came over and stomped him with her stilettos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
RuPaul style.
That was RuPaul. And you know what? Good for them, because these idiots that do this stuff, you know, these idiots in this that do this stuff. Yeah. I mean, I may not agree with that lifestyle, but I've got family that are of that lifestyle and friends, but, you know, and they know how I stand and I know how, but I don't abide that kind of crap. As a gun owner, it makes all of us look bad. You know, it really does. And
well, they probably leave the back porch light on.
I just wondering what the guy was doing there in the first place, you know, but yeah, I was looking over to see, he's not short, he's vertically challenged. Yes, Art is vertically challenged. Yeah. And Gene Simmons syndrome. Okay. You know, like I said, they to each their own, but let them live their life. Let everybody live their life. Let everybody live their life in peace, and that's the way I am. You know. But I had to tell that because he called me just before the show and told me that, and I'm going, okay, yeah, that sounds about right. But moving right along. So, are you guys ready for well, Dominic, you
Yeah.
guys don't do Thanksgiving, but
Yeah,
are you ready for Thanksgiving?
Yes, I believe I'm going over to my sisters and my niece and her husband and her son will be there. Who knows if her daughter will be there with her boyfriend? Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
Other
Well,
than that, I don't know if her mother-in-law is going to be there. Who knows? We may even go to her mother-in-law's place. I'm still
yeah.
kind of in the dark about where we're going.
Yeah. Well, we're having it at the house, which is why I had my granddaughter come over and do some housekeeping. And I'll get back to the housekeeping thing in a minute, but we're having this is for Dominic. We're having a Italian Thanksgiving.
Italian.
Yeah, yeah. Although none of our food comes from Italy or Italy, we're having lasagna. I make a lasagna that my family likes, and it's it feeds a lot of people, and we'll have a lot of leftovers we can send home with the kids. So that's what because my son worked for years for about 8 or 10 years for Butterball Turkey. He ran one of their turkey farms. He was a manager of a turkey farm. Yeah, and everybody got sick of turkey, and we were never big fans of it anyways. So we started doing ham, and then at Christmas we would do a lowland boil, which is a southern. It's shrimp, it's kielbasa or Polish sausage, it's corn on the cob, it's some Cajun seasonings, and you boil it all in a big pot, and then you drain it, and then you put a big plastic sheet on your table and dump it out. Everybody get it's also got sliced potatoes in it, so or potato wedges in it. But you boil them all and boil it all together, and then dump it, drain it, dump it out on the table, and everybody just scoops it up onto their plate.
There you go. Well, what
and
you
that's
need
pretty
is
good.
a turducken.
Turducken, okay. No.
Yeah.
But anyways, but this year we're having lasagna for Thanksgiving, and because that's all I feel like. I takes me an hour to fix that, so it'll be ready to go and cooled off in time for everybody to sit down and eat. We haven't even set a time yet, but yeah. But let me get back to the cleaning thing. I don't know if anybody, nobody has noticed, but I'm not. This isn't my normal shameless plug, but this is one of the stores. I'm not taking my hat off because my hair's going 6 ways to Sunday right now. So, but this is one of the Grumpy Vlogger caps that you put extra turd in your turducken. Okay.
Speaking of turducken, one of my neighbors in the building who has a large dog took a dump in the hallway in my apartment under the staircase. And I made a maintenance report yesterday, and when I came home from work, great, still there.
Yeah, well, obviously the dog must have got loose and he didn't know it, or obviously he didn't care. It was.
Yep. And
you need spaghetti with lasagna. Hello, Andrew. And spaghetti with the lasagna. Ooh, yeah, but I'm doing the cooking, so that's too much work. They're getting lasagna. Anything they want to add to it, they can bring. And that's what I tell them. Yeah, maintenance doesn't care. It's probably closer to the truth. But
well, what's funny is I was in
it was the dog
manager's office today. Filling out paperwork for my my voucher for my Section 8.
Yeah. And they didn't, you should have
Well,
told
I
them
said,
then.
they probably do.
Yeah, naturally. So
on a lighter note, you know what hairstyle is making a comeback?
Yeah, I'm afraid what you're going to say, but yeah.
Hairstyle this way or that way.
What
Well,
hairstyle is making a comeback?
yeah, it is the mullet. And you know what? I have
It
a
never left in
list
Australia. It's never
of
left.
all the different names for the mullet cut. Let's see. We
As I
got
said, it's never
Camaro
left
hair,
Australia.
hockey hair, the 1090, the achy breaky mistakey, big mistakey, ape drape, batty boy bishop, the Tennessee top hat, the beaver paddle.
Yeah, I had hair I had hair once.
The Camaro crash helmet, the El Camino headdress, the Wisconsin waterfall, the Canadian passport, the Missouri compromise, the fridge, the Janie Varner, the Alabama shag, the Mississippi mudflap, the schlong, the schlo, the North Carolina neck warmer, the Tennessee tail, and the Kentucky waterfall. Just to name a few.
Just to name a few. Yeah, I actually had seen that. What is my favorite nickname for the mullet? I'm trying to think. Actually, kind of like Tennessee Mudflap. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I kind of like the
No, I have a
beaver.
good laugh at that one.
What was that one? The
You do
oh,
realize
the beaver paddle.
The beaver paddle. Yeah, that's another one.
we had to get the word beaver in here somehow.
Oh, absolutely.
But
Anyway.
Be
you do
so hard on
realize
it,
the
Ward.
term shag means something a lot different down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's sort of like fanny pack means something
Yeah.
different down there than it does. Yeah, we
Yeah.
we don't
You
discuss
call it a
fanny
fanny
packs.
pack, we call it a bum bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. Well, what I was going to say about my hat. This is one of the that my store carries.
Do tell.
I actually lost it about 9 months ago. I laid it down and I knew something got laid on top of it, but I looked everywhere for it. Remember all those boxes I said needed to be carried out? Well, after she broke down those boxes and then carried them out, then she picked up one of the blankets to fold it up that belongs on the couch. And she said, "Oh, Grandpa, is this yours?" And I said, "Oh my God, I'd lost that thing." So I am back to wearing my official Grumpy Vlogger hat because I should have carried them boxes out probably 9 months ago and I would have found the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was lost in my bedroom, which is a different story, but yeah. So it shows you I don't use that living room very much. It was there, and I think what happened. We came in from shopping, and with Judy, and I got her settled in there, and then I laid my hat down because instead of going and hanging it up, which is what I usually always do, I just laid it down, and then I brought stuff from outside and set it on top of it, and then we emptied all the boxes out and left the boxes sitting there. That's what happens. So, but anyways, my hat is found, and I will be wearing it on the show. But yeah, I am just wore out, guys. I really am. I don't know.
Well, and Bill didn't have a show last night.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
I went into bat for him.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah. I saw that, but I couldn't stay awake. I had to, I finally went to sleep.
Because Bill told me he wasn't doing the show.
What's that?
Bill said he wasn't doing the show, and
then I sent a message back to him and said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll keep it going."
Oh, okay. Well, nobody told me.
Yep. Yeah, sorry about that. It was a last minute thing. I got a message at about trying to look at about 1:30, and I had to hastily cobble together something.
Okay, Don says he's feeling better today.
Did our mystery guest show up again?
Are you referring to a female?
No, the one that's told Bill and I to keep in our lane.
Yeah.
Oh, he was there.
I let everybody in.
Oh, yeah, because he was on another channel. I just said, I'm out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
I have no.
Well, I like ignoring him on Bill's show. Say hi to everybody, but
yeah, as I said, I have no allegiances. I don't have I don't hate anybody. I'm not going to ignore anybody. I let everybody have their say.
Oh.
Yeah. I almost lit a cigarette. I never light a cigarette on the show. I do it in my videos. I was sitting there, I don't know, I was listening to you guys talking. I want to smoke a cigarette. Like, no, I don't smoke on my show. Smoke before and after, but I try not to smoke on my show. Just the principle of it, because it's distracting when smoke starts going across your face and you get the green screen thing going weird, and yeah.
Hey, Mark Fisher.
Hey, we got Mark.
Oh, well, welcome.
We've got
Mark Fisher's in the house.
Good to see.
Yeah, we've got.
We got Chris Sunrise Water Media.
Yeah, Chris. I've been watching that go by and thinking, well, okay, I know who that is. Like I said, I am not playing with a full deck tonight, guys. I had some real pain issues here for about the last month and a half, where I was hurting across my chest and everything. It wasn't my heart. I thought it was something else. And then I finally, last week, I took something for the pain just to stop it, and I thought it had finally subsided enough that I realized it was I pulled a muscle back in my shoulder blade, or I popped a vertebrae out of it, and it was radiating around. Well, I was eating too. Yeah, I know, tonight, right, Don? I'm always off. But you gotta love this crowd. But anyway, so I ended up taking these heavier pain pills, and they relieved it because I ran out of my regulars, and I took a heavier muscle relaxer, and that I took that for about 3 days, and that cut it.
Irregular.
Yeah, my irregular one, but yeah, it is a rough room.
Tough crowd.
Tough crowd, but so I'm dragging ass.
Make sure you're not taking your dog's deworming medication.
No. I know the difference in that, because it's kept in a different area of the house, so I don't do that. That poor little guy. We did give him a deworming pill, one that they and oh my God, his face swelled up, and I had to run to the store and get Benadryl for him just to get it to calm back down. But apparently that last one, they'd been giving him some others, but that last one they gave him, he had an allergic reaction. So, and I'm going to announce that as of yesterday, we've got a new female Chihuahua.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, we don't have her at the house. She was born yesterday. She wasn't due until the 28th of this month, but apparently the daddy and the mama got together without the breeders realizing it, and so she was born. There were 5 dogs. They told us they were having them, and they said we want a female. So, and she's from the same mother and father that Bear is from.
Oh.
Anyways, but she's a lot smaller, and she is chocolate and brindle.
Oh, nice.
Nice color.
Yeah, and it's a unique color, and but she was just born yesterday. We'll get her on the 15th of January, 5 days before Judy's birthday.
Oh, my birthday.
That's what your birthday. Well, we're getting her on your birthday, and this is the same breeder, so she'll be. And right now we're calling her Misty, because for lack of anything better.
Nice.
Yeah, because she's sort of but she's I just got a message here from
That's
somebody.
better than pipe down.
Well,
shut
I'll tell you now. If you're having a disobedient dog, you call it herpes.
Herpes.
Because it won't heal.
Because it won't heal. Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah. I had to.
How far you have to go to get Misty? Really, right across. She'd bring her to our house, but I usually meet her over at one of the. I either meet her up at Wagner, where the breeders are at, or I meet her, or she meets us here. I think the last time we drove up and got her, and but yeah, they're a good breeder. They had the last time they had 3 males or 3 females and a male, and we wanted a male, so we got the one male. So this time we wanted a female, and she had 5 males and 1 female. So we were meant to have these particular dogs because that was the only one of that gender. That is the word I'm looking for. She was only one of that gender born. So Judy's happy about it, and I'm actually I'll bring up a picture and do the I'll do this the Ron Lockwood way. So.
Hey, Ben Cartwright. Hey. Oh.
That's how little out. She's a little one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Judy says she looks like a rat. But because we'd already had one. I mean, look at that color. That is such a unique color for a Chihuahua. You just don't see that on Chihuahuas. And she ended up having 4 different brindles. We got the chocolate brindle female. There's a chocolate and fawn, possibly brindle, but yeah. Well, I think part of the reason we're getting the second Chihuahua, because I was looking at what Andrew wrote, is because I was reading that about I just had a baby mouse. Well, 6 of them. Just don't know where they are, but they're running around the house. Them suckers. Yeah. That's definitely a problem we've had. It was a mouse that started the Grumpy Vlogger. So if you go watch my original Grumpy Vlogger first episode, it's called the Christmas Mouse, and I'm sitting there in our living. I was doing just this, I wasn't doing. I was cleaning the house like I have, and I looked up in our friggin' china hutch, which Judy has these porcelain nativity scenes sitting up there, and sitting up on the head of one of the wise men is this friggin' mouse. And he's just staring out at us. He doesn't run when I tap on the glass. He just sits there and looks at us, his little beady eyes. So I sat down, and I told Judy I was going to go get the BB gun and shoot it, and she says, like hell you are. But, yeah, that was, don't let them in any of your cars if you can keep from it, because those things can cause some problems. Yeah, they'll chew everything. That's the reason my dishwasher is not working again. Not because they chewed on it. It just threw a fault this time, and it won't reset itself. So after Thanksgiving, like this next weekend, I am going to go buy me a new one, and I'm going to surround that whole area with stainless steel, bulletproof plating. I'm really thinking about putting metal in there, just partitioning that whole area off and just lining it with like tin or something in there, just to keep them friggin' mice from coming in. Because they've been. The dishwasher is about 1.5 years old, and like a dummy, I did not take out an extended warranty. So it worked long enough for me to get my dishes caught up, and but then welcome, Johnny. But so
hey, John.
I'm I've got the
I got
rat
it.
problem under control, and I've just about got. We've got one little mouse running around that's a little, but if there's one, there's others. So
Yeah.
Susan.
Unfortunately,
Susan Lee.
this one is one of them Chinese Hisense brand that has a 1-year warranty, and it's like 15 months old. So I'll call him. I'm going to call them probably tomorrow and ask them if there's anything they can do, or if they can tell me how to fix that fault, so I don't have to buy a whole new one. Because it's a nice dishwasher. It just when it works.
You know what, Lloyd? You get go on this thing. It's called YouTube.
I've done
How
that.
to repair a dishwasher.
Right, and what they tell me to do is something I don't. Yeah.
Well, that's what kids are for.
Well, that's true too.
Get one of your kids to come over.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, my son Patrick, he's trying to get a computer running for his wife, and he texted me today. Hey, Dad, do you know how to put Windows 11 on an SSD drive? I haven't had to do that in years. It's like, so I looked it up. Microsoft. I said, "Here's the link. Go look." And I didn't hear back from him.
Mm-hmm. It probably worked then.
Just get a repairman or my son to fix it. Yeah, if I thought my sons could fix it, but one is a welder and fabricator. The other is a cop. Neither one of them are really into the electronics. I was always the electronics guy, and I've gotten too old to deal with that crap.
You know what? I fixed a lamp that I found in the trash. You know what I did? I went on YouTube and learned how to replace the socket. That's all I needed. That was a piece of cake. It was one of those
Windows 11 is
those
junk.
Floor lamp, and it had like a tray around the stand.
Right.
Stuff. And
Yep.
It's like, wow, that's pretty nice. And I looked at the socket, and it looked pretty screwed up. And I thought, yeah, I could probably fix that. I had that brought in the house and went to Ace Hardware, got the part.
Yeah.
And half hour later, I'm like going, it works.
Yeah, fixing a lamp
blow up the house.
Yeah, fixing a lamp. I've done that many times. Just that I'll have to get one of my boys to come over and help me pull it out to see if I can get to because I'm not sure where the board is at, and I think I have to replace the whole main board. Part of the problem is when after we had the flood, we had a lot of rats move into town in the city limits, and they chewed up a lot of stuff in a lot of houses.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, my son got a dog that is an outrageously good ratter. And between the poisons we put out and his dog killing all the rats, because the main nest was right next to their house, was actually in the neighbor's yard, but it was coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And between all the dogs, they've managed to kill out most of the rats in the area, so that's keeping it under control. Field mice, that's a different story. They're always going to be around, so throw out some poison and they'll be gone. But what the problem was, they chewed through the water line the first time. I put on a stainless steel coated water line, braided. There we go. I was looking for the word braided, and I couldn't. Yeah, put on a braided water line. Well, then they chewed through the friggin' drain hose, which is plastic. So I had to order some braided mesh, like you put on your heater, like when you do show cars, and you like to have that stainless steel braided hoses and stuff for the heater hoses. Mm-hmm. So I bought 15 foot of that.
What about leader hosing?
No, I don't use leader hosing. Sorry, I don't use it, and I don't wear it.
Edelweiss.
Well, this show has gone to shit in a hurry, but anyway, so I'll probably have one of the. I'll get on there and see. I'll be honest with you, I've put it in everywhere and asked them, exactly. It seems to be some sort of heating problem, so I don't know. Could be it burned out the heater coil, so I don't know. I'll find out.
Yes, I am, Andrew. I am part German, mostly Swedish and English.
Yeah, I'm a mixed bag. I'm predominantly English. Most of my
I'm German on my mother's side. Her last
Brother
name is
Bob.
Ziegler.
well, I'm English on my mother's side. Her grandfather came here from England. He was an immigrant, and the rest of on my grandfather's side, it goes all the way back to the Revolutionary War. But they came here from England as well. And then on my dad's side, we're German and English. My grandmother, my fraternal grandmother.
Welcome to the Grumpy Vlogger Ancestry
part of the show.
show.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
Genealogy.
their family came. Yeah, genealogy. Yeah, their family came from Germany and has been traced back to I don't know, whatever. And then the Mendenhalls obviously come from England. There's a lot of them up in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
They came over here with William Penn and settled Pennsylvania. So, and most of them stayed there, and they've got lots of money. And the ones that didn't stay there was my lineage, and we're all broke. Of course, they're all Quakers, and we're not. You know?
Yep. And one of them became president.
Yes, he did. Unfortunately, he didn't get to finish his second term.
Yeah. I am Mother.
Yep. Richard Nixon is one of my distant relatives. You know, like, I don't know. What's really bad for him, there's actually two Mendenhalls in his family line. Because there was two of them that were like fourth cousins that came over with William Penn, and they, look who we've got. We have got a guest here. Fresh off.
Hey.
Yeah, welcome,
Speaking of
Ron.
the devil.
Good to see you.
Yeah, how are you guys?
Doing good.
All right.
Howdy again.
Make sure I got the other YouTube turned off there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a long time, Lloyd. How you been?
I've been good. You know, can't complain. You know, living life, trying to stay above everything. You know.
Stay above water.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You know, just trying to taking care of Judy. She keeps me busy all the time now. So
Well, that's under your job description.
yeah, that's part. That's part of my job description. But how you been, Ron? You been hunting? I saw some really good pictures.
Yeah, I just finished up Saturday. What day is today? Monday. Saturday morning.
This is Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, I finished up Saturday morning. Got a real big buck on Monday. I had a hunt from New York State. He was really happy. Oh my gosh! And that was my last hunt of the year. And I've been going. I've been home for a month, but I haven't been home. I'm home from North Dakota, but I've been either at the lodge, and my real close friend is matter of fact, I live streamed from his place the one time. Yeah. Here a couple times. He lives 5 minutes from the lodge. I live 25 minutes. So I stay at his house. He has a 4-bedroom, a 3,000 square foot house. He lives alone.
Right.
So he's like, stay at my place. You got your own room, your own bathroom. And I literally I leave there at 4 o'clock in the morning. I come home at 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night and talk to him for 5 minutes to bed. I'm a quiet roommate. So, but
well, how's he doing?
Depending on what day you ask.
Yeah, I understand that. I do. But it looks like you guys got some nice. You bagged some nice ones up there.
Oh yeah, I actually got him. If I could share with you. Oh, actually, I'll just do the run thing.
You heard that, did you?
I did that once before. Yeah. I got him. We got a buffalo back in October. He actually took his oxygen off for this photo.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I got him a really nice antelope that I was watching this thing for a while. I called him up one day and I called the boss and I said, I found the one you saw on the roadway. And this guy here, really tall for an antelope.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that is a nice one.
A nice rack.
Yeah, that is definitely nice antlers there.
Yeah. And then this is the one I got Saturday. This guy was a bruiser. The boss actually wants to hurry up and get it back from the tannery, and then he's going to the sportsman show in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. But he wants to put this one on display. It was a big buck.
Wow.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Yeah, he was a good sized buck. And then what other ones did I get this year? I got
this mainly whitetail or mule deer?
Both. We got both.
Both. Okay.
This guy here, oh my God. This is only on one property. That all the properties we have, it's a riverbed. Man, this thing was, for a whitetail, he was giganda.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is a huge whitetail.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good season.
Good.
Oh, got a real nice elk here about a week and a half ago.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Nice.
That is sweet.
He was a big buck. And then let's see. There's that one mule deer. This other whitetail. This guy was big too. Got this about 2 weeks ago.
Wow. Yeah.
Damn, that is a good size. That's a beautiful rack on that thing. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was a big boy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's been a successful season. Went quick, too quick. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself now. No, all this time on my hands.
Well, you still got your other job that you have to work.
Yeah, I haven't been here since October 26th, something like that.
They let you take off that long?
I put in vacation time a year ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, at least your vacation was worthwhile. Then you it's like you had a really good. One of your best seasons.
TV on somewhere.
Dominic is in a restaurant.
Oh,
as usual.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh.
So I apologize for any background noise.
Andrew, you're correct. I do want a longer hunting season. They actually cut our hunting season like 10 days short this year in Wyoming because we had that chronic waste disease that went through. Oh, look at that. Wow.
Yeah, that's Rick Enstrom, the candy man. He just caught that a couple days ago.
What is
down
that?
there in La Paz, Mexico.
Wow. What is that?
That's a mahi-mahi.
Oh, mahi-mahi. Okay, yeah, they're really
okay.
Yep. And it looks like, that's a bull. Bulls have that blunt head.
Yeah.
Where the females have the rounder.
Yeah, that's an expensive fish in the market, in the fish, in the grocery store. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So, well, I'm glad you had a good hunt. I'm glad you came on here because I was dying here for a little bit. I just I haven't felt all that good today, and I'm just dragging ass. So, that one reason I sent you that is because I knew you were back from your hunt from what I saw on Facebook. So I thought maybe you'd bring some of your great pictures. So the only picture I had to show Ron Lockwood style was of a friggin' puppy that's a day old and looks like a rat. So,
did you get a new puppy?
yeah, we got another. Yeah, we got another Chihuahua. Yeah, Judy. We've got a male Chihuahua,
Yeah, you
and
just got one a couple months ago, right?
he's about 7 months old now. But let me put myself on full so you can see. I know most everybody's seen it, but I'm doing this Ron Lockwood style.
Oh my God! Holy cow! Yeah, that's a little guy.
Yep, was just born yesterday.
No kidding.
And she's one of the smaller ones, and she's a brindle and chocolate.
Oh,
That really brings out her colors,
Mm-hmm.
And so, anyways, but yeah, this breeder said it's a gerbil, yeah. The breeder says she was going to, because this was, don't go there. You guys want to hear something funny or disgusting, depending on, look up the Armageddon and gerbils. 2 words together, because you can't unhear it is all I'm going to say. But you'll laugh your ass off. You will. It's hilarious.
Hey,
but
go
ahead, Ron.
Here's an art joke for you. I learned this from I forget who it was. It was somebody else's live stream, but it's a good hunting joke. It went well at the lodge. What did the doe say when she came out of the woods? That's the last time I do that for $2.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good joke. Yeah, that's a good joke. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a good joke. Yeah.
There's another version. Last time I do that for $5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell that one to Judy. She'll like that one. So
I forget who told me that one. Yeah.
Well, Andrew put up the lodge hunting joke, so he must have heard it.
Yeah. Somebody else. I can't remember who it was now.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty damn funny.
Yep.
It was. So. Oh. So what are your plans for Thanksgiving, Ron?
My supervisor, guy who makes out the schedule, who got me off every day this month, asked me to work Thanksgiving for him. So.
Yeah.
Well, you're getting double time.
It's time and a half plus $10 an hour. Yeah. Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
And then for Christmas, I don't have any family. I don't have any kids. One of my coworkers, and I think about him every year. He has 2 parents that they're not doing real well, and he has to pay every day he goes to work. He has to pay for caregivers to come into his home to take care of his parents. And Christmas Day, he'd be paying double time.
Right, exactly.
I called him ahead of time. I offer everybody, but I called him specifically this year, and I said, "Hey, you want the day off?" And he's like, "Oh my God, Ron!" It's like, absolutely. Well,
yeah.
Christmas Day, I'm going to go work the helicopter. He actually gave me an extra shift. He goes, "You want the next day too?" And I'm like, "Sure." It'll be another 36 hours of time and a half, and a little benefit for me, but it's my way of giving. He gets to spend time with his family and his mom and dad. I don't know how much longer they're going to be around.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, and I mean, I did that when I was in the military after my first marriage collapsed. I didn't have any family there where I was stationed at. It was just me, myself, and I. And so offered to work Christmas because there was a lot of guys there that had family and they had to work Christmas Day. And I said, well, I'll take the place of one of you. And I went over and I had Christmas dinner in a chow hall, which was pre-digested turkey, turkey loaf, and instant potatoes and jar giblet gravy, and I don't know what in the hell that stuff, but they called it stuffing, but it was just nasty. But that's what I had but fortunately I only had to do that 1 year, because by the next year I was married, and by the year after that I was divorced again, and yeah.
Hey, Glenn.
My second one. Hello, Glenn. Bob Casey. Yeah, I meant to welcome Bob because I saw him in the chat. He texted me and said he's going to be busy for the next couple of days, so I want to wish him a happy Thanksgiving. And I'm actually going to be ending this show probably on time, so that you guys can go over and watch Drone Nation. Because as I said, I'm just not feeling up to snuff.
Yeah, I'm dealing with the sniffles myself.
Yeah, it's just
my nose is a little red. Yeah.
Well, hey, you can always guide the sleigh.
There you go. Oh, and don't forget, it's Saturday, the Mavic Mini giveaway at Artco Drone Solution.
Oh, I will definitely be there on that one because I'd like. Well, my son, when we went out and flew the Avata, or when I went out and flew the Avata, he brought his Mini, and I didn't even know he got a Mini. Last I knew, he had the Phantom 3 Pro and the Spark that I bought for him. But he got the Mini, and I was watching that thing flying. It was really zipping right along. It wasn't keeping up with me.
Drone.
It wasn't really keeping up with me, but that's because I could cut corners a little faster than he could. I could lock them until I ran it into the ground. It still flies. It still flies perfectly fine. I did another 8 minutes of video after that, but yeah, I did drive it into the ground. So, and that was my first crash with the DJI drone. First time I crashed one.
Lloyd, I got to show you one more picture. Funny story from this morning. Sitting in my office, I come home the other day. I was deadbeat tired. I pulled the pickup and the four-wheeler and the trailer and everything right in front of my house. But this is, I don't know, 15, 20 feet outside of my office window is my trailer. Okay. So I'm sitting here this morning about, dark 30. It was probably 5:30 this morning. And I hear all this clanging and banging. And the first thing out of my mind is some son of a bitch is stealing my trailer. I've had this happen at my home before in Rapid City. So being from Wyoming and how we react here, the first thing we do is we grab a gun, and then we go to have a conversation second. But I run out the door and I get outside and I look, and here is a deer had climbed up on my trailer and there's ice all over the trailer. Well, the poor goddamn deer is just
slipping and sliding.
I'm like, you poor bastard. Oh my God. Like I said, the instant thought was somebody's trying to steal my trailer, and I hurry up and I ran outside, pistol pointing. Oh my God. That poor deer.
Yeah.
He slipped and fell so many times.
Oh my God.
He twice about climbing up on my trailer again, but
yeah, well, they're obviously not the brightest animal. They're pretty damn smart. Sometimes it takes a lot of work to get a deer when you're hunting,
Yeah.
And now, do you guys use blinds or hunt out of trees or?
We, like Saturday, I had the hunter. I had him up at a box blind on the same property about a quarter mile from me. And I told him, I said, I'm going down on the east field. I'm going to watch that. I said, if I text you be ready to jump out of that blind, get down on the road. I'll pick you up in the pickup or the 4-wheeler, you know. And I was watching this buck for the better part of an hour and a half. He was so hung up on this doe, and it was a really nice buck. But the guy told me, he said, I'm not shooting an 8-point. I want something 10 or bigger. I'm like, oh shit. So the pressure's on. And so I watched this buck Friday night, and I didn't go get him. And I told him about it, and I said, tomorrow morning, let's go back. I'm going to put you in that blind. Sure enough, I put him in that box blind, and he texted me at 6:30 a.m. He said, Ron, what time can I shoot? And I said, 6:33. Why? And I said, are you looking at the same one I'm looking at going up behind you? He goes, yes. I said, wait 3 minutes to all be legal. And all of a sudden, my clock clicked at 6:33 because we're allowed 30 minutes before sunrise and 30 minutes after sunset.
Yeah.
And I texted him at 6:33, like 02 seconds, and 03 seconds. I heard boom.
Hello, Chris Hope.
Yep.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Mark R. White.
Yep.
Yeah. And welcome, Mark. Yeah. Good. Yeah,
cool.
I've never gone hunting for, trophies. I saw an image that somebody put, one of my friends that lives in, I think he lives in Montana. We grew up or went to school together in Denver, and now he lives up there. And he put up a picture. There's a little boy holding up a little 4-point, and then this girl is holding up an 8-point. And she's just beaming with this big, beautiful rack sitting there. And he's sitting there, kind of like, you can see the tears in his eyes. Just, get used to it, son. This won't be the first time a woman breaks your heart. It's like,
hey,
both
DJ.
of them were.
Yeah.
DJ, hey.
There you
Glad
go.
to see you made it. But yeah, I've now I have not killed a deer in Colorado. I've deer hunted a lot here in Colorado, hell, in Oklahoma. I've killed a deer in Colorado. I've killed quite a few, but in Oklahoma, I've never. These whitetail are too. I don't know. They're too smart. Do what?
There's some nice whitetail in Oklahoma.
Yeah, there are, but they're also. And I came when I hunted about. Judy and I went hunting for about 5 years, and I think the damn deer went on every side of us, and I didn't. They went behind us. They knew which window of the blind. There was no window in the back of the blind, and that's where they went back and forth behind us. I think they're sticking their tongue out at us or making faces, and we never saw them. But in Colorado, I grew up stalking, because when I was living there, you couldn't hunt out of trees.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you had to. There's this one rock that my dad, I think it was a rite of passage. He would take us down in Eagle Gap or in Eagle up outside of Eagle, Colorado, on this one rock, and oh my God, we'd sit up there on this rock and freeze our ass off for 8 hours. You could hear him down in the woods and stuff, and it wasn't until the next day he let me start going out with my brother, who was an adult and had his wife along, and they started, I started stalking deer then, and that's when I finally got my dad went home early, and the last day of the trip, we were coming home, and I learned the lesson of not, they give you those nice plastic bullet holders. You don't put them behind you. Because when you got to reload, you can't grab them son of a bitches. You put them up front. But I'd been watching too damn many war movies, so.
Friday morning, I looked at my hunter. We get into my 4-wheeler, and I have a little, I guess you kind of call it like a golf cart heater in there. It's not the best, but it helps. And I looked at my hunter and I said, "Are you sure you want to go out today?" He goes, "Yep." I said, "You saw the in my truck?" He goes, "At 13 below?" Yes, I did. Oh man, it was cold.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people might consider this gross, but I was never so damn glad the other morning to have my hands inside of a deer, gutting him out. I'm like,
just to get him warm. Yeah,
it was warm in here.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I've been there, done that a couple of times.
My time. I'm like, oh yeah, my hands are not staying anymore.
Yeah. When it's so cold that after you field gut them before you take them back, that by the time you get back they're already frozen and you gotta wait for them to. Yeah, we've had that happen. But well, guys, I'm going to shut this off. It is now 8:00. I'm not even going to do the timer. I want to let everybody get on to
Yep.
the other drone show, Drone Nation. Yes, and I'm going to start with you, Ron. What do you got coming up on your channel? I assume some video.
Nothing coming up on the channel anytime soon, but I may be taking some trips in about another week up to the Bighorn Mountains west of me. We're going to look for some moose again. But yeah, back to work next week, and hunt season's over. I'm bummed, but it was good to see you again.
It was I'm so glad you came on. I missed having you on, but I knew it was hunting season. So when I saw that you'd posted the last day of hunting season, I thought I'm going to send him a text. But glad to have you on, Ron. You're always welcome here. And Dominic, anything exciting coming on with you? You still out? You still prostituting yourself out to all the drone channels?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, it's been windy for the last 2 weeks, so I'm finally.
So is this show.
Yeah, I know. Finally getting the chance, probably tomorrow afternoon and the next couple of days, where it'll be actually not windy or raining. So
yeah, hopefully you'll get to do some flying. Yeah.
I flew about nearly 2 weeks ago. So
say hello to your friend for us, Dominic.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Tell Addie hello for us. And Art, you've got a giveaway coming up this next Saturday.
Got a giveaway coming out Saturday on my live stream. I just released a video yesterday of the maiden flight of the Air 2 that I got from the police auction. And soon I will have another video of the flight of that same drone without the tape on it. And you'll find out some interesting stuff about that.
Okay, cool. Look forward to that. So, well, I know what everybody here in the States has got coming up, and that's Thanksgiving. And I want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. If you're off, enjoy it. Be safe. Don't get out there and get so partied up and liquored up at the Thanksgiving dinner that you've ate so damn much food that you're comatose and you're driving. So be careful out there and enjoy it. And I want to say goodbye to everybody. And you know what I always say: be kind, treat each other better, and treat yourselves. Remember, everybody matters, and I mean that. God bless. God help the USA. Y'all take care now.
Thank you for the invite, Lloyd.
You're quite welcome, Ron.